Hey guys, this is Connor, thrivingminimalist.com, and I wanted to show you what I'm packing for my month and a half, maybe 2-month adventure overseas in Thailand. And this is pretty much the same kind of stuff I would pack whether I was going for 4 days or whether I was going for 2 months or whether I was going for a year. This is pretty much the essentials that I need. So this is what I'm going to wear on my flight. I've got my white t-shirt, my very simple cut-off shorts with pockets, and my minimalist sandals. So let's run through the other clothing that I'm going to bring and have really readily accessible to me, because sometimes the flights can be chilly. The plane can be chilly. Sometimes the airports on layovers can be chilly, and I definitely want to have some warm clothes when I have my layover in Taipei, connecting from Taipei into Thailand. So I've got my thermal vest. I really dig this vest. It's a North Face vest. It's also got pockets, and it gets kind of small, and it's just super warm without being too warm with the long sleeves. And absolutely essentials for me are a pair of long johns. These are thermal long johns, really high quality Patagonia. You know, if you're gonna be trying to minimize the clothing that you have for warmth, get the expensive stuff rather than buying 5 pairs of thermals, buy one and have this stuff for a lifetime. I've had these for probably 10 years and there's no holes in them. They're just as warm as the day that I got them. So let's talk about rain gear. In Thailand, it is going to be rainy. Everywhere you go, there's a chance for it. I have pants, but I'm not going to bring the pants. I just find that they're a little overkill. I definitely am going to bring my rain jacket. And this is actually a pretty warm jacket. It blocks wind. It does insulate you. It doesn't have any kind of insulation in it, but it is an insulator. And so this is a great warmth jacket that I can wear on a cooler day, and it'll keep me dry if there's heavy mist, if there's heavy rain, it'll keep me dry for quite a while. It's got a hood on it. It's also got pockets. It's just a super convenient jacket. It's also by North Face. So again, you know, it's a high-end product, and I've had this thing for years, and I plan on having it for years to come. The other thing that I'm bringing besides this t-shirt is a long sleeve t-shirt. I'm bringing some sleep pants, which are just Thai style. You can also buy these things in Thailand for a couple of dollars. So I like these because I can wear these to the park if I'm exercising. I can wear these to sleep in if it's a little bit chilly. And they're just kind of fun, comfy pants that get very, very small. I mean, it's about the size of a big pair of socks. And speaking of socks, so these are the only shoes I'm bringing, but you can wear socks with them. I have tried it out. I have been backpacking with these, and it's been 35, 40 degrees out, and I've kept my feet very warm. And how do I do that? I take a very thin pair of socks. These are like a $6, $7 pair of socks that you get at a camping store. These are the Underlay socks that are going to go right up against your feet. They wick away sweat, and then they act as an additional insulator for a big pair of socks. And this is going to be my big pair of socks. So I can wear these two together to keep extra super warm, and I can wear these just to keep, you know, medium warm and be pretty good. So I'm only bringing those 3. And finally, in the clothing area, I'm going to bring a pair of swim trunks, which is also another pair of shorts. And I can use these to exercise in. I can use them to swim in. And I don't need anything else. So the great thing about where I'm traveling, I know that there's very inexpensive clothing to buy there. So if I really need to, I can buy another t-shirt, I can buy another pair of pants, I can probably find some shorts that'll be okay. But even if I was going somewhere where it was going to be really expensive and I didn't want to have to think about buying anything out, I would probably only bring one more t-shirt at the most. Maybe a pair of pants if it was going to be a little bit cooler than Thailand. But what I do is, if it's kind of chilly out, I just take my thermal pants, my thermal long johns, and I put these on underneath my shorts, and I put on my socks, and I got my minimalist sandals on, and I just rock that. And that keeps me pretty warm, and I don't have to carry around the extra bulk. This bag up here is a chalk bag. It's for rock climbing. You use the chalk to dry off your hands. It's pretty important for rock climbing, and I do intend to do some rock climbing in Thailand. The only thing that I am packing that isn't here are my rock climbing shoes, which are in my truck, because I'm going to use them one more time today at the local gym before I pack everything up. So I'm going to bring these and a very small pair of rock climbing shoes. I've also got my beanie, absolutely essential, so essential to keep warm. You've got to have a beanie. And even if it's just going to be kind of cool out, the beanie is so necessary. I also use this at the airport when I go to sleep, or anywhere really where it's bright, and I just pull it down over my eyes. So this is essential. I always carry around a large plastic bag in case I get caught in a rainstorm and I need to cover up my pack really fast. I can just throw this over my whole pack. I can even cut little slits on either side and still wear the pack, pulling the arm things through, putting it on, and using the backpack to shed water. So let's move on to my sleeping bag. I did a review video on this bag. If it's not up when you're watching this video, it will be up shortly. This is an amazing bag by Nature Hike. It's LW180. That stands for lightweight. I don't know what the 180 is, but possibly 180 days of the year, because it is a warm weather sleeping bag, and in Thailand that's definitely all I need. I've used this in cooler weather, and I can use it again in cooler weather by simply bundling up. I've got my long johns, I've got my vest, I've got my double socks, I've got my beanie. So with that and this, I can do 30 degrees no problem. Let's move up here to some smaller items. This is a headlamp that I'm going to do a review about. It's made by Coast. Again, a $30 headlamp. That sounds insane, but it's just a high quality product that's very small and works incredibly well. So, you know, I never have to buy a headlamp again. And I'm not going to show you all the features of it right now, but it pops down, it gets large, gets small. The batteries are in the back, which is pretty convenient, so you can just slip it on and you have it in the back. You can ride with this, you can read a book with it. It's just a super convenient thing to have, and rather than have, you know, a big flashlight with a lot of power, get something small, compact. It's going to cost you a little bit extra, but it's going to make your life a lot easier when you need that light. The other thing that I picked up recently, it was actually just given to me at the farmer's market. Somebody left it, I guess, and the woman who was bagging up my fruit asked me if I wanted a bag. I said, sure. These things are about $10. I'll show you what this looks like. It's got a little carabiner on the side if you wanted to clip it to something. It just pops open into a full bag. So it's really convenient when you go to the market, or if you got dirty clothes, you want to put something in there to keep it away from the rest of your bag. This thing is awesome. My friend has one of these, and I was really wanting hers for a while, and then this woman just gave this to me at the farmer's market, so that was quite a score. I'm also bringing some goggles, some swim goggles. These are high-end goggles because I was using them in the ocean. I probably don't need something that fancy or something in a case because I'll just be swimming in the pool, but that's all I've got, and I feel okay about that. I'm also bringing a couple of earpieces. I'm actually going to take these out right now because I really don't need this case. All I need is to put them in my bag here. So this knife, they're not going to let me carry this on to the plane. I am bringing a bicycle to Thailand as well, so I'm going to put this knife in with my bicycle. And my bicycle is a whole different situation. You got to take it apart, put it in a box, and ship it. Most of the overseas, maybe not most, but a large group of flights overseas do take bicycles for free. So that's a huge benefit, and I'm going to be in Thailand for a while. I don't want to have to rent a bike and waste the money. And it also provides me with a reason to put things under the plane. Otherwise, I wouldn't bring the knife because I wouldn't want to deal with having to go through picking up luggage. So this is going under the plane. I'm bringing a Nalgene bottle I've had for a long time. Electronics, we can run through that really fast. I am bringing a small MP3 player because I'm putting some audio on here, and if it breaks and I lose it, I really don't care. It's no big deal. I am bringing my phone as a camera and pictures, video, maybe some note-taking, a couple other things, and I can also connect free to Wi-Fi in different restaurants, hotels, etc. over there. And I'm also bringing a pair of earphones that are a high-quality earphone with a microphone in it. They're a little bit overkill because they have this noise. I don't know what it's called. It's it basically reduces outside noise. It's totally useless to me. So it runs on a battery. I just took the battery out. I'd like something smaller, but this is what I have, and I don't want to buy another one. My computer, of course, I wish it was a little bit smaller for traveling, but I've got to have it. It's how I make money, and it's absolutely necessary that I bring it with me, and the power cord. And then I've got two little cases here that are pretty cool. These just fold up just like so. I actually got these with my phone, and I've gotten two different phones because one of these I broke and I had to get another one. So I got two cases which generally carry the phone. I'm putting all my electronic kind of additional stuff in here. This stuff is going to be in my pocket. So this is like the cord to my shaver, a couple more cords for the MP3 player and the phone, something that can charge directly into the wall with the USB. Then over here I have a throwaway phone, just a cheap phone for Thailand, so I can put a SIM card in it. And this thing I picked up in Thailand last year and actually never ended up using it, but I know I'm going to use it this year. Pick up a card over there and throw it in. So I've got that all done over here, and then I've got my external hard drive, which has a bunch of my work stuff on there for the computer. So both of these zip up nice and tight. Don't have to worry about my electronics. So this is all the stuff I'm going to be using for my face, for keeping clean, my bathroom kind of stuff. This is my shaver for my face. I use it to trim my beard. I also use it to shave my neck. I don't use any razors at all. These are just little guys for my ears when I go swimming. I've got a toothbrush, of course. Some protection, which I would recommend to anyone, whether you're male or female. You never know. You never know. So you want to make sure to have those around at all times. Tooth powder. Rather than toothpaste, tooth powder is awesome. It's sodium bicarbonate based, really healthy for your teeth. Doesn't agitate the gums, doesn't have any funky stuff in there, and it's a powder, so you never have to throw it away, and it lasts forever. I do have some clear eyes. I don't generally use it, but every once in a while, if you get something in your eye and it's just killing you, this stuff really does help. So I do like having that around. I've got some tweezers just in case, some dental floss, and of course, nail clippers. Essential. And I like having these little bags, you know, just, they're so convenient. So bringing a couple of extra little bags, because they're probably going to break, is just really nice to have. So I do like to draw every once in a while, you know, I just want to be creative, and it's kind of tough to do that while traveling. So I just cut a bunch of small pieces of paper, watercolor paper. I've got a high quality pen and some watercolors. So just in case the mood strikes me, you know, it's not something you have to have, obviously, but it's nice to have for me. I enjoy it. My utensils are, I am bringing a fork and a knife, a fork, spoon, knife, and then I've got 3 different tools to make noodles out of that may or may not appeal to you. I really like making raw veggie noodles on cucumbers and zucchinis and a few other things, and you got to have these tools in order to do it. And I do that pretty much every day, so it's not like a luxury. It's something that I really, you know, require basically at this point. And this also is going to go underneath of the plane with my bicycle because I am bringing a cutting knife on there. I've got a book, The Fountainhead, Ayn Rand, good book that I'm going to be reading. A couple of maps. I may not get to these places, but these were free maps that were given to me last year, and I have them. Bangkok, I know I will be in. Krabi, I probably won't be in, but I'll bring it in case there's someone else who's headed that way and I can pass it on. And then I've got a compass and a whistle. Generally, I would bring this on me back, just backpacking, but I think this stuff can really come in handy, especially when you're in a foreign country, your phone isn't going to be working, maybe you've got a map and you don't know which way north is. A map isn't very helpful if you don't know which direction things are, so a compass is actually super handy. And a whistle is great. It really does freak people out if they're about to get in your face and you blow a whistle, or if a dog is about to get in your face and you blow a whistle, or if for some reason you're somewhere where otherwise you can't be heard or something's happened to you. A whistle is really easy to make noise on, be heard, and get found. So it's just kind of a nice thing to have. Let me just make sure, double check everything. That's it. So let's pack this up and see how much room we've got. Okay, that's it. And you can see I've got about almost half of my bag still empty. So that's really great. That's really, really nice. One other thing I wanted to mention is I've got these little locks here, these little guys, and I've got the keys right in here. And I think that it's really worth it to lock up your zippers when you travel. So I'm just going to put a little padlock on here, I'm going to put a little padlock on here, and I'm going to keep the keys right with me. People are going to be deterred by that. And if you forget the key, you can always break it off. It's not a big deal. But that little bit of deterrence might save you your passport, your money, or your computer. I hope that really helps your trip, your traveling. Check me out at thrivingminimalist.com. Many more adventures to come. Stick with me. Subscribe, like, comment below. Take care.